This is a presentation of the Moldy Cheese family of networks.
Hey guys, welcome to Minnesota Twins franchise. This is episode 190. We are in season number 4. It's games 71 through 73. And we are on the road to face the AL Central leading Detroit Tigers. Let's look at some of the Tigers' numbers. Why are they so good? They are 43 and 26. They are 4th in all of baseball in batting average at 276. 17th in home runs, 8th in RBIs. And they do not steal bases very well. They are second to last. The only team worse is us, obviously. Pitching-wise, they are 8th in ERA, 24th in strikeouts. They don't strike out a lot of hitters. 4th in runs against, and they don't give up the long ball. They're 10th in baseball in giving up the long ball. We are 12th. But we are dead last in strikeouts, we're last in RBIs, and we're last in stolen bases, and 28th in home runs. So we have a lot of deficiencies on our team. We're 28 and 42. Like I said, they're 43 and 26. This is game number 71 from Comerica Park. And it will feature Justin Verlander. In our world, he is still pitching for the Tigers. Kyle Gibson will oppose him. He is 4-4, a 4.52 ERA. He gives up too many hits this year. 92 hits in 79 and 2/3 innings. Justin Verlander, on the other hand, giving up 70 hits in 61 and 2/3 innings. That's more than he normally would. He's got a 1.35 whip, a ERA just barely under 4, so he's not having his best season. Let's start highlights off in this first game. In inning number 4 is Justin Upton, or inning number 2, sorry. Justin Upton in the bottom of the second, facing Kyle Gibson, and Kyle Gibson gets him to swing through that slider down and away. Next up is Christopher Halter. He's batting .263 with 8 home runs on the season. 0-2 delivery from Gibson, and he chases the high cheese. Not the moldy cheese, the high cheese. Avisail Garcia, third batter in the inning with 2 outs on another 0-2 count. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Kyle Gibson strikes out the side in the second inning, and that's a good sign for him and the Twins. Let's move to the third inning now. Twins have runners on first and second with Miguel Sano, who's got 20 home runs on the season, leading the team by a long ways. Second is Jace Peterson with 9, and he grounds it up the middle. Here comes Mario Calero rounding third. No, sorry, Byron Buxton rounds third and scores. And the Twins lead it 1-0. Here's the aforementioned Jace Peterson with 9 home runs and 22 RBIs. He's hitting .291. And he lines it right back up the middle. Runner rounding third is going to head to the plate. And he will come in standing. That was Eduardo Nunez. Middle of 3, the Twins jump out to a quick 2-0 lead. John Hicks, the Tigers catcher, batting .231 on the year. 3-2 count. Ground ball right side. Runner on third is going to jog home. Hicks is thrown out at first, but that drives in the Tigers' first run of the game. It's 2-1 Minnesota. At the end of 3. Nice scoreboard out there at Comerica. I sat underneath that scoreboard once and took in a game back in the early 2000s. Miguel Sano now at the plate in the 5th inning. Twins still leading 2-1, and Sano strikes out. Justin Verlander with the strikeout. And Verlander, after giving up those 2 early runs, has settled in. Lorenzo Cain now at the plate in the bottom of the inning. .293, 5 home runs, 30 RBIs. Delivery from Gibson, and Cain is going to split the gap in right center field. Outfielder's not playing deep. This one gets all the way to the wall, and it's going to drive in a pair of Tigers runs. And Lorenzo Cain has put Detroit up 3-2 in the 5th. We have not beaten the Tigers yet this season. Coming into this series, they are 6-0 against us this year. Justin Wilson now on to spell Justin Verlander. Top of the 9th inning with 2 outs, 2 on. Byron Buxton chance to drive in the tying run, and he pops it up behind short. And that is the ball game. Jose Iglesias gloves it, and the Tigers improve to 7-0 against us this season. They remain in first place. The Royals at 38 and 30 are behind them, tied with the White Sox, who are also 8 games above 500. And the Indians are 36 and 32, the best division in all of baseball. We're the only team with a losing record. And Verlander goes 7, gives up 6 hits, has 6 strikeouts, gives up 2 runs and 2 walks. And Kyle Gibson had a pretty good day himself. Unfortunately, he just gave up enough to get tagged with the loss. So the second game of this 3-game series, Chad Bettis and Jordan Zimmermann. We're going to use Chad Bettis. This is our first experiment with a opener. Chad Bettis is going to start the game in place of Alex Wood and maybe get through the batting order for the first time, maybe just pitch an inning or two. We'll see how it goes. And he'll face Jordan Zimmermann. Zimmermann, 5-3 at 3.29 ERA. Bettis is usually a long reliever for us. Him and Trevor May are our 2 long relievers. Second inning, Brian McCann steps in with a runner on and nobody out. And Bettis still in the game, and Chad Bettis serves this one up to left field. And Rosario watches it head into the stands. It's a 2-run home run from James McCann. And Alex Wood is a lefty, guys. This was a mistake, a managing mistake on my part. That would have been the opportune time to take Bettis out and insert Alex Wood against the left-handed hitting McCann. We tried to get through the lineup one full rotation with Chad Bettis, and that was a mistake. Tigers go up 2-0 at the end of the second inning on that home run by McCann. We go to the 4th inning now. This would be Justin Bour, the DH. And Bour grounds it to the right side. Miguel Cabrera steps on the bag, ends the 4th inning. It's still 2-0 Tigers with the lead. As you look at those statues, Miguel Cabrera will someday be out there as well. Alex Wood into the game now. He has 14 starts under his belt. He's 2-10, and that's why we thought maybe we would roll with an opener today. And Alex Wood delivers on the ground to short. Nunez on to first. Run comes in to score, and the Tigers improve their lead to 3-0 in the 4th inning. That's Christopher Halter that comes in to score. End of the 4, Tigers up 3-0 on 5 hits. Twins no runs on 3 hits, 1 error. 6th inning, Emilio Bonifacio, 273 average with 1 home run and 5 RBIs. Runner on first, and he swings and misses to end the Twins' half of the 6th inning. Jordan Zimmermann having a fine game. It's 3-0 Tigers, bottom of the 6th now. This is James McCann again, or Brian McCann again. Which McCann is it? Oh my gosh, I completely just spaced out on which McCann it is. Anyway, McCann drives it into the gap. Runner rounding third, heading to the plate, and will score without a throw. And it's Brian McCann who has a 2-run double. Sorry about that, guys. All of a sudden, I wasn't trusting myself there. Derek Dietrich now. Line drive to third. Miguel Sano up with it. On to first. Another run comes in to score. They get the out. It's 5-0 Tigers at the end of the 6th inning. 5 runs on 8 hits. Twins no runs on 4 hits, 1 error. We move to the 9th. Emilio Bonifacio, 271 hitter with nobody on and 2 outs. And Jordan Zimmermann is going to pitch the complete game shutout here against the Twins. A 5-0 victory. Jordan Zimmermann goes all 9 innings for Detroit, and they save their bullpen. Their bullpen gets the day off. Tigers lead the season series now 8-0, and we are mired in a 6-game losing streak. Zimmermann goes all 9, gives up 4 hits, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, and no earned runs. Tigers improved to 19 games above 500. Really nobody does well of note for us. Brian McCann goes 2 for 4 with a home run, a double, and 3 RBIs in the game for the Tigers. So we have 1 game left in this series to try to get on the board against the Tigers this season and snap a 6-game losing streak. Jose Barrios will be on the hill for us to try to play the role of a stopper, and we need a big game out of him if we're going to get our first win against the Tigers this year. We're facing Alex Cobb, a 3.04 ERA. 94 2/3 innings, he's only given up 71 hits. That's with his walks, that's a 1.09 whip, which is very good for Alex Cobb. Let's get some highlights started off here in inning number 1. This is Miguel Cabrera, future Hall of Famer, 327 batter. 19 home runs. He's 5th in the league in RBIs with 50, and add 2 more to that total. This is a 2-run home run, 20th home run of the season, 52nd RBI of the year for Miguel Cabrera, and the Tigers jump out to a 2-0 lead. in the bottom of the first inning. So Twins fans are like, here we go again. Miguel Cabrera puts the Tigers on the board, and it looks bleak here early. Twins facing the proposition of a 7th straight loss. Miguel Sano batting .285 with 20 home runs, 42 RBIs. In the top of the 4th inning, I should say, top of the 4th inning, runners on the corners. He's going to slap one through the hole on the right side. A run comes in to score, and the Twins are on the board finally after 12 consecutive scoreless innings against the Tigers in this series. Later on in the inning, with the bases loaded, Mario Calero, ground ball to short. On to second, on to first, they turn the double play. A run comes in to score to tie the game, but Calero has to be disappointed with nobody out. The bases loaded, a chance to really do some damage. But we have ourselves a new ball game. We go to the 5th inning, all tied up at 2. This is Will Myers with runners on the corners and 1 out. Alex Cobb pitching. Here's the delivery. Myers drives it deep to left field. That one's headed back towards the scoreboard, and it is gone over the bullpen. Will Myers with a monster home run. Huge home run for the Twins. 399 feet. I think that's number 6 on the season for Will Myers. And we jump out to a 5-2 lead. We've come back to score 5 unanswered runs in the middle of the 5th. And now we've got to hold on to try to snap that 6-game losing streak. Derek Dietrich at the plate now with 2 outs. Nobody on, 5th inning. And he hits this one into shallow center. Charging is Buxton, and Buxton gets to it. Records the out. And Jose Barrios giving up just 3 hits and 2 runs on the game. So far, we move to the 6th. This is Paul Volcker. 3.23 ERA, a 4-1 record. He's facing Jace Peterson, who's a .293 hitter. One of the better averages on our team. A chance to do some damage. Runners on second and third. Peterson delivers a base hit into center field in front of Lorenzo Cain. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's not in time.
Now batting, designated hit.
And the Twins go up 6-2 in the middle of the 6th. Jose Barrios still pitching well into the 7th inning. Christopher Halter facing him, batting .260. Barrios on the hill. 1-2 count with 2 outs. And this one is grounded short. Played by Nunez on to first. And Jose Barrios has gotten through 7 with only giving up 2 runs on those 3 hits. 8th inning now. Avisail Garcia. .276 hitter facing Barrios with a runner on third and 2 outs. And he grounds it up the middle for a base hit. Tigers score. It's 6-3. And that should signal the end of the day for Jose Barrios. Avisail Garcia with the RBI. Shane Ashley will come in to spell Barrios to face Lorenzo Cain now. Bottom of the 8th inning with 2 outs. Runner on first at 6-3. And Lorenzo Cain grounds it to second. Jace Peterson on to first for the out. And we will go to the 9th with the score at least a 3-run lead for the Twins. We move ahead now to inning number 9. Kevin Segrist on. He's got 19 saves, looking for save number 20. And he's going to start off the 9th by facing Justin Upton. He's blown a 3-run save before. He's got 3 blown saves on the season. With 2 outs, Justin Upton sends it to deep left field. That one is into the gap. It's going to one-hop the wall, stay in the park, and Upton will end up at second base. So 2-out double for Justin Upton, and the Tigers are still alive here in the bottom of the 9th. Christopher Halter now. .259 average. Has pretty decent power. And after a lengthy battle, Kevin Segrist gives in and puts him on base with the walk. And that'll bring Brian McCann to the plate. McCann represents the game-tying run. Crowd getting into the game here at Comerica. Here is the 0-0 delivery. Goes under the base runner into right field. Runner will have to hold at third. That'll load up the bases. And a grand slam to win the game is in order here for Danny Valencia with 2 outs. A little 2-out rally by the Tigers. Valencia facing Kevin Segrist. 0-1 count here. Bases loaded, 2 outs, grand slam and win it. He grounds it to the right side. Jace Peterson has it. And that is your ball game. It has to be interesting. You can't break a 6-game losing streak easily. But we persevere, managed to pull through, and it's the first victory against the Tigers on the entire season. The Tigers lead the season series 8-1. Overall, we are 7-26 against the AL Central, and I don't know if that is a function of the AL Central being very good, or if that's the reason why the AL Central is so good, is because we've given them so many wins. So 7-26 against our division is not going to win many divisions in baseball. Will Myers with a huge game, 2 for 4 with a home run and 3 RBIs. We needed that home run very badly, and that propels us to our first win over the Tigers. Let's look at the American League standings as we close out this episode. The Red Sox 8 games ahead of the Jays, 11 over the Yankees. Rays are 14 back in the Central. Tigers just 5 games over the White Sox and the Royals, who are tied and hold the 2 wildcard spots. Indians only 5.5 back. So pretty tight race there in the Central. Out west, the Angels 3 games ahead of the Rangers, 9 over the Mariners and Astros, and 15 over the A's. Let's flip over here and look at the National League now. The Nationals, 5.5 games over the Mets, 6 over the Phillies, 8.5 over the Marlins. The Braves are 16.5 games back. Cubs, 7.5 over the Pirates, 8 over the Cardinals, 15.5 over the Reds, 17.5 over the Brewers. The West has gotten tight. The Giants have won 9 in a row. They're 9-1 in their last 10. They've moved to within 2.5 games of the Dodgers for first place. The D-backs are 8 games back, and the Giants and D-backs hold down the 2 wildcard spots out in the National League. So that is episode number 190 of our Minnesota Twins franchise. Up next, we have a short 2-game series with the Pittsburgh Pirates.